Every day we are seeing a lot more cases in comparison to the previous day. In this context, a message has been in wide circulation in WhatsApp, etc., regarding herd immunity, HERD, herd immunity, positing herd immunity as the only cure against coronavirus infection. However, this is very faulty. I'll just try to explain the basics behind the concept of this herd immunity. One thing is that first we have to understand immunity. That is what we generally know when there is an infectious disease, viral or even could be bacterial, etc. It generally attacks our body, our system. We are said to be immune to that virus if it cannot infect us. Now, this immunity actually originally comes from inside our body, our defense mechanism by the antibodies produced by the body. How can this happen? One way that the body can attack a virus is that it must produce some antivirus, which sort of antibody which matches the virus's power. Now the body has to know beforehand the virus. Based on this principle, actually, vaccination was originally started by Pasteur and others, which has developed quite a lot. The basic principle of vaccination is a small amount of a virus is injected in the body when one is child, or it can be done in adult times also, and then the body recognizes this and produces antibody so that it is ready with its own mapping of this kind of antibody, so that when there is a real attack from that virus, our body can immediately recognize it and produce antibodies and then finish that off. That is the immunity. The other way of getting immune from the virus is you have to expose yourself to the infection. Like measles, chickenpox, these things were not so harmful. These days we are vaccinated against them, but earlier even it was thought to be a good idea to expose ourselves to this. If we get them once, then we won't get it anymore, because the body accepts it, fights it, and keeps its antibody ready. Now, in the case of Covid-19, two things are there. First of all, till now there is no known vaccine, so that way we cannot have any immunity by giving vaccine. Second thing is that it is so deadly and dangerous for people with comorbidities, at least, that is people who have some other kind of disease and problem, that it is very foolish to expose oneself to the virus knowingly in order to grow immunity. Now I think the immunity part has been explained. Now we'll come to herd immunity. Herd means HERD, group, uh, large number of people. So when in a given society most people are immune to this, to any virus, either by vaccination or by previous exposure, then the virus chain doesn't work. Suppose in a society there is no immunity against any virus, just as now we don't have immunity against COVID virus. So in any closed society or any place, if one person gets it, and if there is no precaution, it will spread and infect the other person, and that way the chain will continue. However, in any given society, if there is a vaccination or immunity among, say, around 70% of people against COVID, then the infection rate will be much less. Not only those who are immune, they won't be infected, but then even people who are non-immune, many of them also will not be infected, because the chains will be broken in between, because carriers are immune, so it will not spread far. So that is all about herd immunity. Right now it is not at all possible regarding COVID virus. I prepared it in the dark for some reason. It is symbolic of the dark times we are passing through. So the only measure against COVID is social distancing, rather we can say physical distancing. Now this is the more acceptable term. And then frequent hand wash, washing of uh, uh, wearing of masks, etc. Yes, masks also have to be washed periodically so that there is no further self infection. So please do not buy this theory of herd immunity in case of COVID-19. Thank you very much.